Facing the threat of drones and precision-guided munitions in modern warfare, how can the PLA construct a solid air defense barrier for the fast-moving light synthetic brigades? In recent years, a new type of air defense missile system called FB10A has been quietly installed in the Army, which not only fills the short board of the light troops' long-term lack of mobile air defense, but also reshapes the battlefield air defense pattern with its unique performance, and becomes another milestone in the PLA's synthetic reform. The PLA's light synthetic brigade is based on the Mangshi series of high-mobility vehicles, with rapid deployment and all-terrain combat capability, but its air defense system has long relied on small-caliber anti-aircraft artillery and man-portable anti-aircraft missiles, which seem to be incompetent in the face of enemy helicopter gunships, clusters of unmanned aerial vehicles, and anti-tank missiles with a range of more than 10 kilometers. This contradiction has become more and more obvious after the 2016 military reform. With the formation of 17 light synthetic brigades, their mission scope has expanded from border patrols to rapid response, urban street battles, and even amphibious support. But the traditional means of air defense can only cover a few kilometers. In the 2020 conflict in Naka, Armenia was unable to cope with Turkey's TB2 drones due to the inability of its air defense system, which led to a disastrous outcome. In the 2020 Naka conflict, Armenia's inability to cope with Turkish TB2 drones led to a crushing defeat on the Russian-Ukrainian battlefield. The devastating blows of patrol bombs and precision-guided munitions against armored units highlighted the limitations of traditional air defense systems. The lessons learned from these actual battles have directly given rise to the demand for the development of the FB10A air defense system. FB10A to Mangshi 3 chassis is the basis, integrated radar, fire control, and 8-joint missile launch unit, the maximum range of 18 kilometers, shooting altitude coverage of 7,500 meters, using radio command plus infrared imaging, dual-mode guidance technology, can simultaneously track the target within 50 kilometers and guide missiles to intercept the threat of 6 different directions. Its infrared imaging guide head can effectively recognize the thermal signals of drones and patrol bombs, with the radio command to correct the trajectory with stronger anti-jamming capability. Even in the complex electromagnetic environment, can still maintain more than 90% of the success rate of interception compared to the previous export model FB10 missile. The improved FB10A doubles its range to 18 kilometers by thickening the diameter of the body by 20% and increasing the engine thrust, covering the MQ-9 Reaper drone-carrying HELP missile and the latest JAG missiles of the U.S. military, forming a new range of 18 kilometers, which can be used to intercept the UAV and roving missile. The newest JAG missiles will provide the tactical advantage of firing before the enemy. The innovation of this system is reflected in the deep integration of the combat system. Each FB10A launcher is equipped with 8 missiles and spare ammunition, and together with the active phased array radar-equipped detector vehicles, it forms a mobile air defense network. Its radar adopts a collapsible design, with a detection range of 50 kilometers, and is capable of realizing 24-hour global delivery through the Yun-20 strategic transport aircraft. The light synthetic brigade used to rely on heavy brigade cover due to weak air defense, but now the FB10A enables it to truly operate independently. Not only can it accompany the troops in advancing to provide real-time protection, but it can also collaborate with the Red Flag 16F medium-range air defense system through the data chain to build a multi-layered air defense system ranging from 160 kilometers of long-range interception to 18 kilometers of end-to-end defense. In the plateau border conflict, the 50 kilometers detection radius of FB10A can issue an early warning 15 minutes before the enemy helicopter group enters the attacking position, and the 18 kilometers range realizes the out-of-area interception in the face of the swarm of unmanned aerial vehicles. The 8 ready-to-fire bullets with the fast loading capability of 30 seconds, bullet can build 3 layers within 10 minutes. In the face of swarming drones, 8 ready-to-fire shells with 30 seconds, each rapid loading capability can build 3 layers of interception net within 10 minutes, and the theoretical single system can counter 24 attacks, changing the troops from passive counterattack to offense and defense as one. At the technical level, the modular design of FB10A overturns the traditional air defense thinking. Radar, command and control, and missile launch functions are deployed in multiple masted and 3 chassis vehicles, and real-time information sharing is realized through high-speed data chain, which not only avoids the risk of single-point failure, but also improves the survival rate of the system. Its radar anti-jamming capability is 3 times higher than the traditional model, and even if it encounters electromagnetic suppression, it can still maintain 50% combat effectiveness through the optoelectronic system. The missile guidance system adopts a redundant design. Radio commands ensure continuous tracking of high-mobility targets, while the infrared imaging guide head recognizes the target's heat source characteristics in the end range autonomously, and filters infrared decoy interference through algorithms. This double guarantee enables the FB10A to maintain efficient interception. In the Russian-Ukrainian battlefield-level electronic countermeasures environment, cross-service synergy becomes another strategic value of the FB10A. During a marine amphibious landing, the FB10A, based on the Big 8 or amphibious armored vehicle, can accompany the first wave of beachcombers to establish mobile air defense posts, filling the protection vacuum between main battle tanks and shipboard air defense systems. Its data chain can be connected to the theater level, air defense, and anti-missile combat cloud, sharing early warning aircraft, reconnaissance satellite intelligence, and even guide the ship-carried Red Flag 10 missiles to intercept over-the-horizon targets to achieve the land, sea, air and sky coordinated defense. Comparison with similar foreign equipment, FB10A shows unique advantages. The U.S. Army, Avenger, system range of only 8 kilometers and no independent radar support. Russia's Armor S1, system firepower, but the cost is up to 4 times FB10A and difficult to transport by air. The Russian Armor S1 system is powerful, but 4 times more expensive than the FB10A and difficult to transport by air. FB10A through the radar, missile separation deployment, and a car with multiple bombs design. 12 sets of systems can cover 200 square kilometers of air defense area. The combat cost-effective ratio of more than the traditional system 3 times. At a deeper level, the installation of FB10A marks a qualitative change in the PLA's informationization construction. Its command system can access artificial intelligence algorithms, analyzing historical data and real-time air conditions to predict enemy attack paths, and automatically assign interception tasks. This networked air defense model upgrades the light brigade from a tactical unit to a strategic information node, becoming a key pivot point in distributed operations. In the future, the FB10A may integrate laser countermeasure module and intelligent decision-making system to form a hard kill plus soft jamming defense capability, while the export model FB10A has gained the attention of the Middle East countries, and its anti-jamming characteristics are designed for the Turkish TB2 drone, which will verify the value of China's anti-aircraft defense technology in the regional conflict. The FB10A has gained the attention of Middle Eastern countries, from the Plateau Gobi to distant islands. From urban street fighting to amphibious assault, FB10A is rewriting the battlefield survival law of modern light troops, with Chinese characteristics of air defense wisdom, when the rapid reaction force has air defense firepower comparable to that of a heavy brigade. The rules of traditional land warfare have been completely subverted. This is not only the upgrading of equipment technology, but also a military change from steel flood to information dominance, epitomized